Hey, welcome back. We have Liquid Stranger on our Skype call. How are you?
Doing good. How are you guys?
Good. And
Yeah,
so you live in Arizona right now, correct?
I do. Yeah, since
Okay.
5 years. I live in Scottsdale.
Scottsdale. And originally born from.
Born in the southwest of Sweden.
Okay, now one thing I think is interesting about you, you got your start in classical music. You started on the piano, correct?
Yeah, I did. I did. I started really early. And this is, things I've heard from my parents. I don't really remember this myself, but they claim that I crawled towards the piano as a baby before I could even sit
Wow.
up and started playing. And, that was something I would love to do. I would even, open the piano up and start manipulating things inside to my parents' dismay. But I started experimenting early and also, yeah, took classical piano lessons as well and did, nothing major, but I did concerts. I played the church organs and things like that.
What was it about classical piano, what was it about it that made you, like, how do you go from that to what you do now? Like, what was that
Well, it's
moment?
interesting. So, yeah, so the classical schooling has probably helped me understand um, the rules of music per se and harmonics, which is helpful. But in electronic music and especially with the harder dubstep and drum and bass music I make, actually trying to go away from all those rules and create something totally new and different. And so I've always been interested in experimenting, mutating, creating something new sounds.
Mm-hmm.
That interests me a lot. And you can't really do too much of that with a piano. You can do some stuff, but with a synthesizer, you can edit the sound curve and the harmonic range
Yeah.
in a much more broad context, which is
So,
fun.
yeah, I'm something else I'm curious about. It's one of my dreams to be able to go to Europe and experience kind of like the underground culture there, and especially because I know dubstep, so much of it has come from Europe. What was it in Europe that inspired you, and how is that different than what's here? And are you trying to um, be that change, kind of, or not be the change in America, but as far as what influences do you take from what you understand or what inspired you in Europe and bring them to America?
Um, in terms of music, I don't really know. I don't think so much about how things are going to sound. It's a very spontaneous process making music.
Mm-hmm.
And on my best days, I don't really have any thoughts because it's important to just let it come,
Yeah.
right? And not try to control it too much, and not try to have a specific rigid kind of product you want to develop or create,
Yeah.
but just let it happen. That's where the best stuff comes from, to be honest. So I wouldn't really know. Europe is different in some ways than America. I obviously love America. That's why I live here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because America is a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
There's more drive. People are actually harder working for most part. I would say, people
Mm-hmm.
are entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
It's very true. What's it's a cliche, but it comes from somewhere, right? That in America, if you work hard, you can get anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I
Yeah.
guess that's freedom to me. So.
Cool. What are some things that we can look for from you? Because you're making people hungry for more. So what are you working on?
Well, yeah, I'm always super busy, and I'm working on basically four things right now. So I have a free release for my fans. I try to keep in touch with my fans via Facebook. I don't see myself as a very special person, but I
Mm-hmm.
have to remember that for a lot of people, um, I'm not really sure how to say this, but I am making an impact in their lives, so I gotta take responsibility for it. So
Yeah.
I want to give them something special. So I'm working on a free release of tunes that's been requested so much that I wasn't planning on doing anything with. But you know, um, I, I like to support my fans with what they want to hear. And then working on a new EP for Rotten Recordings. It's gonna be
Oh,
really hot music. Um, some interesting collabs on there too with Ajapai, Bear, Messinian. It'll be big. And then also working on a new Intershell album.
wow.
That is gonna be released next year sometime. With that, it takes a little longer for me to make it. That music needs to brew for a bit before I.
Yeah.
So. And then I'm working on this like. It started off me just making my annual DJ mix, but then I opened it up to my fans to send me their tunes. A lot of my followers are also producers and really good ones, it turns out. So I have
Yeah.
so many, so hundreds and hundreds of tunes that I'm going to put together into a mix, which is probably going to be 1.5, 2 hours long.
Ah.
It turns into this major project due to the volume of good music that I got. Very unexpected in a sense, you know, that I would get so much interest for it. But I'm really happy. I'm stoked about that. So we'll see.
What would you say is the one, like if you could push one video right now, what video would that be?
I would recommend you check out the promo vid for the free release that I put up on my YouTube channel. It might be interesting for people to see.
All right. Well, thanks. Check out the video. We're about to go to it. Thank you again, Liquid Stranger, for all this. Check him out on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace. Now, here's the video.
Bingo! It's a raid! Bingo! Cause I got the people moving in lockstep. Lockstep. From the schoolhouse to the jailhouse. Trust anybody snitches on the block. Cause I got the people moving in lockstep.
Slow down like a teacher, but I don't read just sound like a preacher, boy. Nobody go faster than a jam master, why? Cause it has to cut. My beat is in my DJ, every time we play, put it on replay, what? Running like a rhino, spitting on vinyl, this is my final gun. Slow down like a teacher, but I don't read just sound like a preacher, boy. Nobody go faster than a jam master, why? Cause it has to cut. My beat is in my DJ, every time we play, put it on replay, what? Run like a DJ, get no breeze, down south, look us with the bud.
spit.